You're watching ESPN's Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. And what a beautiful setting for any reason. We are here for basketball, among other things, here in Lahaina on the island of Maui for the nation's premier early season tournament, the Maui Gym Maui Invitational. And fans of the Creighton Blue Jays excited to be here as well. They have traveled well. Fans of the Texas Tech Red Raiders have traveled well as the Lahaina Civic Center is full. It is loud, and this is going to be a great 3 days of basketball. Why do we say that? Well, here are a few reasons. 5 of the 8 teams in this tournament are ranked in the top 25. 14 of the ESPN Top 100 freshmen are here in Maui, and 5 times the champion of the Maui Invitational has gone on to win the national championship this year. Maybe most importantly and most wonderfully, we are here in Maui for the first time since pre-pandemic times back in 2019. Would you look at this field? Again, 5 ranked teams. All of these games should be great. A number of teams could win this tournament. Boy, is this going to be fun. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Lahaina. Dan Schulman and Jay Billis, appropriately dressed, and very glad you're along with us wherever you may be. This is going to be all kinds of fun. Let's start with the Creighton Blue Jays. Big-time expectations for this team.
Well, first of all, Dan, love your shirt. I think it comes with a free bowl of soup. That's what's conjured up. But you're right about Creighton. It's a beautiful offensive team, and when you look at their starting lineup, 4 of their starting 5 are on the national watch list at their position, and that doesn't include Trey Alexander, who's one of the best defenders in the country and will someday play in the NBA. Had 18 points against South Dakota State, as reliable as it gets. But this team is going to have to try to get out in transition against an excellent Texas Tech defensive team.
Led by head coach Mark Adams, his second year as the head coach in Lubbock. And as you're about to tell us, and you already did, they are an outstanding defensive program.
Well, the Red Raiders allow only 53 points per game. They really let one team get out on them and score a high of 55. I mean, they didn't guard anybody in that game. But they're only allowing 39% from two-point range. They got to do a great job in transition D. They've got to do a great job on the offensive glass in this one. Kevin O'Banner, the transfer from Oral Roberts, is their leading scorer. He was a 4th leading scorer on last year's team. Their leading scorer, I think he has to have a good game in this one for Texas Tech to win.
6 of the 8 programs in this tournament this year have played in it before. These are the 2 that have not. So the Red Raiders and the Blue Jays, and again, both fan bases had traveled extremely well. A little bit more blue than red in the house right now, but there will be great support for all 8 of these programs here this week in Lahaina. Paul Sells, Byron Jarrett, Amy Bonner are the officials. We are about ready to go. Creighton in white, Texas Tech in black at the Maui Gym. Maui Invitational is officially underway. Rebound. Alexander cut off on the baseline. Good pass. The swing to Kaluma for a much-needed free for the Blue Jays.
Quick trigger up.
Shireman wide open off the inbounds and rattles home a 3.
Cannot leave him open, the lefty from Aurora, Nebraska.
No for Kerwin Walt.
Boy, Ryan Nemhard is such a low-error point guard.
He'll launch a 3, and he knocks it down. Younger brother of Andrew Nemhard, the former Gonzaga star, now playing for the Indiana Pacers. Francisco Farabello, a good shooter, very solid, steady player, transfer from TCU. Shot clock running down. Nemhard knows it. Got it off, hit the rim, and got him another possession.
Oftentimes those shots are long rebounds. That was advantage Creighton going after him because they had Texas Tech in scramble. Texas Tech is switching everything right now. Slips will be open.
Nemhard, a nice look.
Good pass.
Boy, are they sharing it. Nemhard from the corner. It does not get any prettier than that.
Is that beautiful basketball? And that's going against a scrambling, switching defense. He's adjusted to some of the physicality, and they've been much better over the last several minutes in taking care of the ball and getting the shot they want.
And Greg McDermott, he can tell his players all about it, but until you get out there and experience it, right, it's hard to really understand what you're getting yourselves into.
Yes.
What a rebound. And the putback for the freshman, Frederick King, 6'10", from the Bahamas.
Screen roll action. Tough to guard.
How about this for a first-round matchup in the tournament? How good is this?
You got to get two ranked teams like this and to play with this kind of intensity.
Arkansas Louisville coming in our second game today. Shireman with deep range.
And now when he's the outlet, always plays straight up and down. And I don't think any shot blocker fouls as little as he does.
Alexander did a spectacular job creating a little space for himself, and then the soft touch on the jumper.
Such a consistent producer.
Banner, so Creighton ball.
Walton is guarding Kalkbrenner. He needs to post him up. Good pass.
Kicked it out to Shireman.
Good pass.
Kalkbrenner will take the assist on the three.
Just smart going into Kalkbrenner again. Good cut by Kevin O'Banner. How about that combo of he and Max Asmus at Oral Roberts? Went on that great run a few years ago in the NCAA tournament.
Alexander, and there is Kalkbrenner with his first attempt and first points. A guy who rarely misses. He has made 23 consecutive two-point field goals and 25 of his last 26 shots. Nice cut by Fisher. Oh, what a block by King.
He's a left-handed point guard and obviously prefers going to his left.
Nembhard, baseline, lays it in. His first attempt of the season.
And this is a guy who averaged 2 points a game last season. Got a switch now. Bacho on Nembhard.
King wants the ball down low. Got a guard on him. Doesn't get it. Kaluma with a tough spinning turnaround to tie the game.
Really athletic. He can run the floor just as well as Kalkbrenner can.
Shireman the kick. Wide open look for Alexander, and the Blue Jays are on top.
Boy, Shireman is a sick contest and matching sort of blow for blow with Texas Tech.
I'll tell you, fun game. After 3 great games that all these teams will have here, the next game for Creighton, they're going down to Austin to play Texas as Kalkbrenner. Now O'Banner.
You know, we've talked about Texas Tech's defense, and rightfully so, but Creighton's defense is excellent.
Shot clock a factor. Harmon knows it. Blocked. Kaluma got him, and it's numbers for the Blue Jays. Nembhard takes a bump and finishes.
Right, you take a bump. You got to take a bump on every play, every pass in this one. But that's the first fast break bucket that Creighton's had in this.
America show themselves as Pop Isaacs knocks down a 3.
Yeah, Pop Isaacs has a soft touch. He combines soft touch and soft rims, and that kind of shot goes in. He's really shot the ball well to start this season.
Freshman from Vegas in the starting lineup for Texas Tech. Nembhard, left hand, basket is good, and a foul.
Well, Ryan Nembhard play team. That's what coaches talk about. You know, get shoulder to shoulder, get your feet together, cross your feet. Do not let them split the trap, and that's what Jalen Tyson did right there.
O'Banner now with 8. Great matchup between Kaluma and O'Banner. O'Banner with great defense on him. Shireman gets free. Kalkbrenner. Boy, the big fella moving, and he's from the field. He's gone 3 for 4 today, Jay. His numbers have dropped. Kaluma got some help. And Nembhard pulls it back out. Now they got a mismatch of sorts. Alexander. Wow.
Alexander has made some really strong drives. He is solid, reliable, and is expanding his role right in front of our eyes. A great drive, and then took on that contact against Kerwin Walton for an and-one opportunity.
Bacho driving. Altered by Kalkbrenner. Bacho blocked by Kalkbrenner. Creighton with the ball and a 7-point lead. 6 minutes and change into the second half.
Well, you have to be impressed with both teams. That's a great pass and a great cut. Instead of going to set the screen, he just slipped it off.
He can go quicker and he can downshift as well. Different player than his brother, but both of them can really change speeds very well.
Yeah, both of them are really good. Both low error rate. They're floor generals, you know, almost surgical in the way they go about it.
Wow. And when in doubt, how about burying a three off the dribble? They had 13 turnovers late in the first half, had not turned it over at all here in the second half. Kaluma. Boy, is he good.
That's big time.
Farabello, nice look.
Beautiful pass.
The extra pass again. Farabello. Again, the weak side rebound for Kalkbrenner.
How about that catch by Kalkbrenner of that missed shot that was going behind his head?
You know why he sets up on the weak side for the rebound?
Because that's where they come.
Physics.
No, that's math. That's called math.
Alexander for three.
Boy, give him.
Mitchell in at the point. The junior from right there in Omaha.
Mitchell, an excellent defender.
Alexander can't get any space.
Good job by Bacho on that drop coverage on the ball screen.
What a job by Kaluma. The strength and the dexterity for the bucket.
Well, he did.
Three. Beautiful.
Just talking about his ability to shoot it.
15 to go. You know Greg McDermott would love to get him out of there whenever he feels really comfortable.
You have to admire that Kalkbrenner is sticking in there and fighting through that. You know, these ankle tweaks, if you want to call it that, those are no fun.
And you never know how it's going to feel the next day, too. And obviously another game coming tomorrow.
And oftentimes they scare you more than anything when they happen.
Alexander, soft off the window.
Soft and high.
One didn't appeal to you, huh?
Wear a shirt like that, get a free bowl of soup.
Yeah, I texted my wife with a picture of all three. I said, what do you think? Still haven't heard back. King with a slam.
Boy, they showed out.
Yeah.
That is one. Okay, what was the teaching moment from that?
We'll do some digging and we'll figure it out. Game one is in the books. Great second half for the Blue Jays as they beat Texas Tech 76-65. All five starters in double figures for the Jays, and they will advance on to a semifinal against the winner of Arkansas and Louisville, which is our next game here this afternoon for the Maui Gym Maui Invitational. There's a look at the bracket. One game down, 11 to go. The Cards and the Hogs still to come, and then a great bottom half of the bracket as well. Ohio State, San Diego State, Cincinnati, and Arizona. The championship game Wednesday at 5 Eastern on ESPN from the Maui Gym Maui Invitational. Taylor Shireman, Arthur Kaluma, Kalkbrenner, Nembhard, Alexander, you name it, they did it for the Blue Jays here today as they beat the Red Raiders in a hard-fought game, 76-65. We'll step aside for 20 minutes or so, send it back to the studio, and get you ready for the second game between Arkansas and Louisville. For Jay Billis and our entire crew, I'm Dan Schulman saying thanks for joining us. Let's send it back to Jordan Cornette and Sean Farnham back in some chilly weather back east.
Blocked a lot of shots, he did.